And I can go get the companions if I want to. But I'll do that in a moment. Also, I can only use companions in, like, you know, the open world, not in dungeons or anything. As expected. Probably a good idea to use a companion in the healing sort of way. Just have a chocobo focus on that. I think I can get other types of companions, but I don't know altogether too much. And there's also two things over here. Marvelously mutable materia and forging the spirit. Sounds poetic. So, Syphirid Cloud. Sounds like cloud suffering from syphilis. Koko-sama? Koko-Samu would share news of his master's latest advance in the arcane art of materia manipulation. Riddle me this, friend. Have you ever found yourself in the unfortunate situation where pockets were near bursting with all manners of materia, save for the sorts you wanted the most? Well, I have, and I tell you, it felt like I bought a sack full of fishing poles to a gold mine. Now I ask you, was there a way to melt down a couple pieces of materia that weren't availing you naught, and mold them into a shiny new piece that not willing might might strike your fancy? Now, if you're as sharp as I reckon you are, you can already see where I'm heading with this. That's right, thanks to Master Mutamix, we can now you can do just that, or at least Master Mutamix can do it for you. This handy procedure is something we like to call shifty making. Rather, that's what Master Mutamix calls it himself. Myself, I've coined the term transmutation, which I'm hoping might find favour with adventurers like yourself. How does it work, you ask? I could tell you, but why ask the student when you can learn from the master? You find Mutamix right over there, like he's jumping out of his boots looking to trade tongue flops about his discovery. Oh yeah, Mutamix has an interesting parlance, manner of speech. Reduce an item with a complete spare bond to Aether, then crystallize the resulting residue into a concentrated substance known as materia. What would you say if I told you that inanimate objects can possess a soul? Actually, that reminds me, spoilers ahead, that was actually something in Stormlight Archive. Basically, one of the main characters of the initial 5 books, basically the initial 5 books will have one book centered on each of different of the characters, basically meaning they'll get extra chapters, but there'll still be chapters centered on other characters in it. Like, for example, the first book is centered on Kaladin, but there's still chapters on Dalinar and Shaolin in the first book. It's just centered on Kaladin. There's also chapters centered on people that aren't actually to do with the main storyline yet. It's just like world building. You know, be like hints at other things going on. It's actually really interesting. But in the second book, one of the characters, I'm not going to say who, but they end up going to this other place. It's like full of these orbs. And at one stage, basically shit's going down. And they end up pulling themselves into this other realm. And they plead with the soul of the boat for the boat to sink itself. And when they persuade it enough, like, the boat doesn't want to do it. It has a duty, it has this duty of what it's meant to be, to carry its people to safety and all that. It eventually convinces it to sink itself. But yeah, it's something like that. I can't remember the exact details. It's been ages since I read the part 1 of the book. I've started reading part 2 recently. Can't remember the exact phrasing, but yeah, basically, it's kind of like that, and it's interesting. There's another thing in the series, critters in it, and one of the characters, according to their studies, though it's perfectly possible she's wrong, but that there's all the critters in it, the Sprin, are actually just personifications of things, due to humanity's obsessiveness with personifying everything. The wind is personified, therefore they're wind spring. Death is personified, therefore they're death spring. What spring? Honor spring. You know, that kind of thing. It's cool, but yeah. Spoilers, sorry. I'm interested, so I started gabbing, basically. What would you, they can, believe it or not, although the soul in question is not their own, but that of their owner. Through faithful service, the arms and armor that we use come to hold our spiritual energy. Thus do we form a spirit bond with them. Such items can then be converted into materia, a special kind of crystal that can be attached to gear to enhance the properties. I'm well versed in the ways of materia conversion. If you wish to learn more about the process, it will be my pleasure to teach you. Are you ready to commence your learning? Good. As you have gathered by now, materia is the crystallized form of one's spiritual energy. As this energy is derived from an individual's psyche, a volatile beast at best at times, a degree of variance is to be expected in its production. In practice, this means you won't know the exact properties of a stone until you cradle it in your hand. Now, materia won't grant you much of anything on its own. Its powers must be tapped, see. This is achieved by melding it to gear. Know, though, that it takes deft hands of craftsmen to meld materia. You can always seek others to attach materia on your behalf, but if you'd sooner do it yourself, I would recommend you speak with Phobalas. Melding is her field of expertise. Please be advised that if you wish to remove materia from an item, you must visit Mutamix, as only he can do so. You can now convert items into materia. Materia created from one piece of gear can be fixed to another, improving its attributes. To convert an item in materia, you must first create a soul bond with it by using the piece repeatedly in battle, crafting, or gathering. Once an item's soul bond reaches 100%, you will be able to convert from the list of available subcommands. Once an item is converted into materia, it can never be restored. Affixing materia to an item can be done by a disciple of the hand with proper training, or by speaking with materia melder NPCs. Should you wish to remove materia, you must speak with Mutamix in Center Tanalan. Okay, this lady. We can't. Oh, actually, I think I'm just not in the. Am I not in the right class? Why won't you talk to me? Oh, I have to be any disciple of the hand. Armory chest. Equip. Just stare at his ever so tidy whities. Oh, level 19. Melt. Oh, Christ, I have to be level 19? Bleeding heck. That's my amateur's pick. Yeah, that's the best one I think I have so far. There we go. Adkin. When Master Mutamix first showed me materia, he lit a fire within me. Imagine all the spiritual energy swirling about the realm, harnessed in physical form. What awe-inspiring power. Yes, yes. I shall become Master Mutamix's right hand and learn all the secrets of materia. All. You hear me? Okay, there. Trying to figure out. Oh yes, I do this. Iron Spear. Convert. Yes. Meld requests. The type of gear determines which disciple of the hand can meld materia to it. Items constructed of metal plate will usually require talents of an armorer, called outfits the talents of a weaver. The level of an item also plays a role in who can or cannot enhance the gear. If you lack the ability to meld materia to an item, you may enlist the aid of other players or speak with a materia melder NPC. Another option is to find a similar piece of armor with materia already attached. The markets are a perfect place to find specially crafted items synthesized by disciples of the hand from across Erosia. Another option is to find another PC to meld materia for you. One such way is via the player search feature. Once you have found a PC capable of doing the meld and terms are agreed upon, target the player and select a request meld from the subcommands. I need to do this and do this. Reassign gear, yes. Let me make sure I'm recording. Recording locally, 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 recording locally. Let's continue. Let's see. Bronze Spear. Convert. Yes. I can't convert this, sadly. Just have to sell it. I can convert this though. And I will be having looks at these at some stage. Right now I'm just more interested in getting the fuck out of my inventory. And I've got a lightning materia, which gives 1 to lightning resistance, 2 to critical hit rate, 2 to accuracy. That is fun. I was hoping the lightning materia adds lightning damage to your thingamajiggies. Okay, here I have to be a little bit more careful, just in regards to I have no idea what I should be getting rid of and what I shouldn't be. Damn. I have no idea what I'm actually wearing, and and what's just been moved beyond. Like, it's easier when I'm doing with the lances, but this stuff, not so much. Okay, I can get rid of this. No. No. Dawn wrist guards. I'm gonna hold on to those. Rings. Okay, I'm apparently getting rid of this. I don't want to get rid of what the year I started off in. So, actually, if I did a thing that out for each of the professions, then it would actually tell me what I'm what I'm using. Actually, since that's level 1, I will be starting off. I'll be wearing next to nothing in it anyway. I'll be just wearing the starting gear. Wait. Now we'll do this. You. You. Oh wait, I actually skipped a step there. Let's do these again. Recommended gear. Sign. I'm just kind of jumped the gun there a little. Resign. Do this. Resign. Yeah, I figured. But still, it's good to know. Ooh, answers. And I can get... Wait. No, that wouldn't be good for me. That wouldn't be good for me. Or would it? No, it's not. Just want to be certain. Okay, recommended gear. Yes. And set this up. Fishers. Recommended gear. Yes. Yes. The one issue with this is basically that like, I would like to hold on to some gear as my character's leveling up, that he'll get some new stuff. But, like, you know, when I'm leveling up Marauder, I don't want to get rid of everything, but at the same time, it's taking up a lot of inventory space here. At least if I'm doing this, I can increase my... Well, actually, it's not a profession, raising materia, so... whatever. Anyway, let's have a look at the stuff we've got now. We've got Vitality, so it's +1. Advanced Melding forbidden. Okay. Sounds interesting. Lightning Materia, Savage Aim. Lightning Materia is just +1 to lightning resistance. And that was Lightning Materia 1. This is Savage Aim Materia 1, Critical Hit Rate +2, Heaven's Eye Materia 1, Accuracy +2, Quick Arm Materia, Skill Speed +2, Savage Might Materia +1 Determination, Battle Dance Materia, Parry +2, Earth Materia, Earth Resistance +1. Oh, and here's 70 potions. Let's go here. 70 high potions. Replace that. Uplander seeks knowings of shifty making, yes? Then Uplander should make open ears to tongue flaps of Mutamix. The process of shifty making is of big help use. First be of 5 need not materia, yes? Melty mix this one, mixy melt that one, squeeze and squash, them big eyes. 5 need not are reborn as 1 shiny new. I can't make that sound. But shifty making is not as simple like crafty making. Knowings of shifty making are much of many. Uplander's brain case, though big for Uplander, is small. Uplander need not be making worry face. If Uplander has many need not materia, bring them to tent ring. Mutamix will make shifty make for Uplander. Mutamix will perform mana transmutation for you at any time free of charge. Bring the goblin 5 pieces of unwanted materia and you transmute them into a single new piece to use as you see fit. That said, materia transmutation remains an inexact science. As for what manner materia will emerge each time Mutamix works his wonders, not even the goblin genius himself can say. So, it's like if you've a ton of that you don't want, it's still handy to have, regardless. So yeah, I'll have to keep this thing in mind. There was something I was going to do, something I was going to change, but I don't remember what. And now I'm annoyed. Regardless, I'm thinking maybe I should go start working. You know what? Yes. Let's head over to Limsa and start working on the Marauder. Once I start working on the Marauder, I just have to get up to level 15, which will require a little bit of grinding. Oh well. Now let us go to character. Okay, if you hit V, you can walk right behind you. Marauder. And here's Heavy Swing. Delivers an attack with a potency of 150. Jasim of the Burger Consortium seeks the services of a conveniently unoccupied adventurer. Idle Vice, Idle Vice. Excuse me, sir, but might you have a moment or two to spare? You seem the type who enjoys being accosted for menial tasks and requires someone to make a delivery to the dutiful sisters of the Idle Vice. Won't be surprised if you haven't heard of them. The sisters prefer not to advertise their presence here at Lominsa. They do, however, provide a rather unique service of which the Burger Consortium has recently been the beneficiary. I would have you deliver this package to the doorman, Lunwode, with our profuse gratitude.